Hello and welcome to another video, everyone. Hope y'all are having a good day. Holidays are soon upon us, and I guess really today or tomorrow is the last shipping day before people can reasonably expect to get their stuff in time for Christmas. So, but the good news is my experience has been selling like used hard good type stuff, that sales continue to be strong, just as strong or stronger for the kind of stuff that I sell for like January, February, and then March. Garage sales start up again. That's the thing I love about garage sales is, yeah, you have to pound the pavement, beat the street, find the stuff, go house to house, spend a lot of time and effort, and in preparation the night before, getting ready for them and all that. A lot of effort involved, and you're not getting a whole lot of multi-quantity listings. But the good thing is whenever eBay kind of slows down, like the summer slowdown, garage sales are in full effect. So that kind of helps to counteract, because if you do garage sales in the summer, you have so much really good product coming in, really good saleable product, like hard goods, video games, toys, all this stuff, right? All this stuff that sells all the time. It doesn't slow down like some clothing does. But whenever sales kind of slow down on eBay as a whole, you have like your best stuff coming in. So you're still selling stuff. That's the thing I love about garage sales. Now, on the other hand, Christmas is good. Like fourth quarter is really good, but it's not as good as somebody that sourced, like did a lot of RA, OA, maybe a lot of clothing and stuff sells better during, actually it does, because I've sold a lot of jeans lately. So, yeah, I mean, it's good all around, though, and I hope y'all sales are doing really good. So, let's see. What are we going to talk about today? I didn't have a whole lot planned to talk about. Just doing this thing where I drive to the post office with my packages and kill two birds with one stone. So, I am going to try something different. I typically do a live stream once a week where I talk about sales and stuff, and I may do that again, but for the time being, I've decided I'm going to do just an edited video instead, and I may cut down the number of items to 10 or 15. So I'm going to try and keep it more focused and more straight to the content, and I'm going to try that for a while, see how it goes. Maybe some of you guys could find it a little bit easier to digest. I've been kind of a fan of the short videos lately, although that could totally change. I could go back to making the hour-long sagas later, I do the show with Cincinnati Picker on Thursday, which will be on this channel, and then I do the Reseller Six-Pack show. Those are both hour-long talk-type shows. So, having those two and then mixing in my little short videos during the week, I think may be a good balance for me. And I don't know, I'm not committing to it, but I may even be able to do one a day. We'll see how long that can continue. I know people get burnt out. I've gotten burnt out before too, but maybe if I keep it down to 4 or 5 minutes of video, maybe I can make it work, because it doesn't take that much effort to do a 4 or 5 minute video, as long as you have something decent to say that brings some value and that I enjoy doing too at the same time. So let's see, what are we going to talk about today? So had a few interesting buys last week. And man, this is where networking is so big, and just like getting to know other resellers. So one of the buys I made was really cool. It actually came from Chad, the Golden Finger Picker. He bought, if you go look at his channel, he bought so much stuff from the estate of I think it was Korean Vietnam era fighter pilot. Just crazy estate, so much stuff. but he sold off on Mothership Products auction channel. He sold off a pretty good batch of patches, Boy Scout patches. And he also sent me some other cool stuff too, which I really appreciated. I ended up spending, golly, what was it? $117, which was pretty high for patches. Because I mean, the patches have some value. I've sold, you know, plenty of scouting patches in the past, but not that kind of value. But I specifically was targeted on a group of probably pretty controversial patches. Haven't been able to really find much information on them, but I'll put a picture of them right here. So I have 8 of those patches. Those are the ones I was after. I thought they would bring some value, and I listed one of them like almost as soon as it came in this past week, and sold one after about 4 or 5 days for $99 plus shipping on top. So pretty excited about that. I sold that one, and then I also sold a Air Force Thunderbirds patch for I think like $13 or so. I'll have to look. I'm shipping it out today, so pretty stoked about that, man. That's $112 in sales off of just 2 patches so far, and I've got 7 more of those big money patches left. If anybody else wants them, that's the risk. So you know, I've sold stuff to resellers plenty of times in the past, sometimes knowingly, sometimes not knowingly. So, you know, Chad got him like really cheap. He made a really nice flip on him. So I'm sure he was happy with the money he got for him. He paid almost nothing, you know, and now the risk and the effort and just the time is transferred to me. So yeah, I sold one of them for $99, but will the other ones sell? It's possible that there's only one guy in the whole country that's willing to pay $100 for a patch. Or I think it's more likely that the rest of them will sell. I don't know if I'll get $100 a piece for them, but I'll probably get pretty decent money. It may take a year or 2. So it's a win-win though for Chad. He got the quick flip on them. He also got to support his charity that he was selling for that night, and I get an opportunity to make some money. And win-win-win, because then some collectors get a shot at some really rare, unique patches. So I love that deal. I really appreciate Chad for making those available. And you know, he did well. It looks like I'm going to do well, so very happy. So same week I also got I was also contacted by someone that I met at the reseller rally. I'm not going to say their name just because I'm not sure they want to make that public. So if you do, let me know and I'll totally make it public. But yeah, this is somebody that was a viewer before, and I ended up meeting them at the reseller rally. Really cool guy. He said, hey Lonnie, I've got about 75 remote controls that I picked up in a clean out. I think it was like a clean out or a estate deal or something. I'm not really sure. But he picked up 75, you know, pretty good remote controls, and made an offer to me of $2 per control shipped, which from a garage sale standpoint, it's a little high. I'm typically paying 25 cents, 50 cents, $1 for remote. But this is an opportunity for me to get a lot of inventory very quickly. And I put a little trust in the fact that I knew the guy. So I said, yeah, we'll do it. And it actually cost a lot for shipping. I mean, it was a pretty heavy box. But yeah, I got the remotes in, and there were 75 remotes. And man, I would say probably 30–40% of them are Sony, which means they're just going to sell. Lots of TV remotes though. So I wasn't exactly sure how they would do. I listed 30 of them. I still have like 45 left to list. I listed 30, and within a week, or actually probably 4 or 5 days, I've actually sold 5 remotes already. I think I've got a total sales of like $126. This one right here in particular sold for $41.99 plus shipping. So that ended up being a really good deal. Probably for him, I imagine, I don't know what he gave for him, but I imagine that he didn't pay much. You know, that's the kind of thing you can typically get pretty cheap if you can find it. And so he probably made out really good on the deal. I'm going to make out really good on the deal. I'm going to have to put a little bit of time, effort, some patience into it, and, you know, and sell the things. But I think I'm going to do, like, really clean up on them. And it's not going to take too long to, you know, actually get in the black. So pretty happy about that. It's good to have these relationships. It's good to put yourself out there. Good to take chances. So, and yeah, he has a full-time job, and then he sells other stuff too. So I totally understand why he would want to just flip that, move on, do something else, and maybe has, you know, higher profits. So, you know, it is like, you know, it's going to take me, I'm going to probably list the rest of them when I get home. I'm probably going to have maybe 8 hours total into the whole thing by the time it's all said and done. So, but yeah, I'm still going to make some really good money. So really, really happy about those. And those are deals that I wouldn't have had if I wouldn't have put myself out there. So I want to thank that guy. Thank you. And also want to thank Chad for giving me these opportunities. It's really good to network. Network is such a corporate sounding word, and one that I really don't like, but it's true. The networking is really key. So, and also don't be afraid to let another reseller make money. You know, if they're going to go through the work and do all the selling and stuff. And, you know, like I sold, another thing that I bought off of the Mothership Products auction was a rack of chips, like collectible chips from a casino that closed. That was from Barry the 5-Day Flipper. And I paid like $30, and I don't know what Barry paid for them. Knowing Barry, I would guess he probably paid, who knows, $5 or whatever. So he made money on the deal from me. And I turned around, I sold them on eBay for $150. And so Barry won, and then I won because, you know, I made a gross profit of $120. And then the guy that bought them from me, he was a chip reseller in Vegas. So I sent him to Vegas. He's probably going to part them out one chip at a time. It was a rack of 100 chips. And this guy, probably after a couple of years, he will have made $300-400 on the rack. And, you know, so everybody's happy. That's the kind, man, a lot of times we getting stuff so cheap, guys. There's plenty of, I'll steal the phrase, meat on the bone for everyone. It's a beautiful thing. So, just a quick talk. I'm going to swing by Goodwill after I leave the post office. If I find something cool there, I'll pop back on. Otherwise, y'all have a great day. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.